I am Janine Jacobs, President and CEO of Family Arc, and I am so honored that we have the opportunity to be celebrating our Golden Jubilee, 50 years.
Our relationship with Family Arc has been ongoing throughout the years. Anytime the court system has needed a partner, has needed a program, we come here first and we talk to these folks and say, hey, what can you do? How can you help us? Here's what we need. And so it's just been a great partnership between the courts and Family Arc, really from the very beginning and continuing to now. Family Arc means a lot to the court system. Judge Martin, who was the first judge of Clark Superior Court number 1, which is now Circuit 4, really had a passion for children and keeping children out of what was really then the criminal justice system. He is the one that kind of developed what became Regional Youth Services. And then Judge Barthold came along, graduated from law school at the age of 59, and 2 years later, at the age of 61, she ran for judge and won. She was the first female judge in Clark County. And her passion for kids in this community extended not only to Regional Youth Services, Family Arc, but she helped start the Clark County Youth Shelter, which again was a place to keep kids out of the jail, out of the detention center.
Family Arc has become a huge part of our Family Recovery Court. And Family Recovery Court is about getting parents who have had their children removed or are at risk of having their children removed due to substance use disorder. And I think it's fair to say that Janine and I talked at the beginning about using a couple of the houses that were here as recovery houses for women, and at that point in time it was just a dream. We didn't know how we were going to do it, we didn't know where we were going to get the money, we didn't know how it was going to happen, but lo and behold, 5 years later, here we are, and we're serving lots of women and lots of children.
My name is Brittany, and my sobriety date is January 17th of 2019. First encountered Family Arc going through Family Recovery Court in Clark County. I was introduced to some of the women that work here and some of the men that are contracted through here as well. And during the process of reunification, the kids were able to receive some services here through the behavioral health clinic. It helped the healing process for them as well as for our family as a whole. Once I was able to close my case with Clark County and reunify with my children, I was able to get a job here. I had to have some letters of recommendations written by judges, getting to play a part in other people putting their families back together. That's what's important to me, is being able to give that solution back to other girls. Give them some kind of hope that if I was able to succeed in that process and get back with my family and maintain my sobriety, that it's possible for them too. These are my people, they're my peers, and I know what it's like for them to first be coming into sobriety or into the process. It's very overwhelming. So my biggest struggle through the process of reunification was that you have a lot of passionate workers in the system, whether they work for DCS or whether they work here, their heart is very much so in the right place. But as an addict, when you have somebody look at you and tell you everything's gonna be okay, you're gonna get through this, in your mind, you're like, well, how do you know? Because you haven't been through it. So for me, it was, I wanted to be in a position to where I could look them in the eyes and say, I know that you're gonna get through this, or you can get through this if you put the work in, because I've done it myself.
When kids come through the system, it's not always just the kid, because the family is involved in so much of what has happened, the history, the trauma, the needs of the child are really based on the needs of the family.
One of the other significant ways we help the entire family through this partnership is with Celebrating Families. It's a 16-week program that is for the whole family. And so we have kids as young as 6 months all the way through sometimes 13 or 14, but we serve the whole family. We serve them a meal. And so we're talking with them about nutrition, and we're helping kind of be that guide by the side while they're having dinner with their kids on this is what a family dinner looks like. And this is the first opportunity that some of these families are having to do this sober. And so they need a lot of support, and we're here to do that.
I think what I love so much about celebrating families is so often in the past, like Christy, I've been doing this a lot of years, we would have an identified patient or client, and that one person was receiving all of the services and focus and treatment, but then they would go back to a family system that has not been affected or healed. And what I love about this program is that every member of this family is learning and growing together in a developmentally appropriate way. So they're all having aha moments together. And so we're recognizing the importance of the family system.
Family Arc means to me like a pillar of hope for our community. It's a rarity that you have companies that really invest all of their time, their energy, writing grants to get funding to be able to help more people. It's a rare find in our community to find people that sincerely care. Stuff like this program here is so important to women and the kids that are trying to put their families back together. Family Arc helped extend my education. It gave me a reason to go back to school. It also gives me a reason to motivate myself to keep going. These women give me just as much hope as I hope to give them.